Now, do you have the other record on? All right, good. We're ready.
You ready?
We are ready.
I call the June 9th, 2025 Newtown Township Board of Supervisors meeting to order.
You say do the roll call, I'm sorry.
A roll call, please.
Yes. Mr. Altieri? Here. Ms. Roberts Lightcap?
Here.
Ms. Chanlis? Mr. Russo?
Here.
Mr. San Francesco?
Here.
I'm sorry.
Your engineer, solicitor, and manager are here.
We had executive session earlier at 6 p.m. We discussed one zoning hearing matter, was a special exception, and one personnel matter, replacement employee. You did the roll call, moment of silence. We had sad news that Marguerite Wagner, who was she was here a few months ago to celebrate her 105th birthday. She just passed away. So in a moment of silence, if we can just keep her and her family in your thoughts. And let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Section 6, public comment for agenda items only. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, let's go to 7 for the minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from May 27th meeting?
So moved.
Motion was made by Supervisor Rosso, seconded by Supervisor Chanlis. Is there any board discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Agenda 5. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as outlined in section 5?
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor San Fran. Any board discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously. Now, number 8, appointment to boards and commission. 8.1, consider approving appointing the following 2 members to the strategic plan steering committee to bring the total committee members to 7. Can I get a motion?
Madam Vice Chair, I would like to make the motion.
That's Fabrice.
And I'm going to butcher his last name, from Boron, be one of the members. And then, unfortunately, and this falls 100% on my shoulders, we're still going to have to leave that second one blank because I am in an epic game of phone tag with the second individual. We have not been able to have an in-depth conversation outside of correspondence via text message where they've expressed a willingness to do so, but had some follow-up questions. So at this time, and I apologize to the board, at this time, it's just going to be Fabrice from Boron, and then we'll have another business that will also be hopefully in the next week or so that we'll bring forward. So that is my motion.
Motion was made by Supervisor Chairman Altieri. Can I get a second?
Leonard, when you speak, can you mute your
I can hear you, Rich.
when you speak, can you mute your computer so we don't hear your
Actually.
Yeah.
Leonard, can you just try talking right now?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
We're going to take you off phone and just have you go live. Thank you.
How about now? Can you still hear me?
Mr. Chairman, can you repeat that, please? Because there was feedback.
Yeah, so Madam Vice Chair, what I have for 8.1 is the name is going to be Fabrice, and I apologize, I'm not going to pronounce his last name correctly, from Boron. I also want to apologize to the board. I am in an epic game of phone tag with the second potential business representative. They have expressed a willingness via text message to proceed with the committee. However, I've not been able to have an in-depth conversation with them as they've requested. Again, we've just been unable to correspond or be able to find a time to communicate. So at this time, it's just going to be Fabrice, and then hopefully in the next week or so, I'll be able to come back to the board with the second name.
Okay, motion was made by the chairman to add Fabrice from Boron with the second person. We'll come back to that second position later. Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion was made by the chairman, seconded by Supervisor Russo. Is there any board discussion?
I can't right off the top of my head, but we'll get his last name for the minutes.
Yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous, the motion passed unanimously. Reports, 9.1, report from the township engineer. Eric?
Good evening. Just a quick update on some projects. The Upper St. Alban Stormwater Project, which has been carrying on for the last few months, is now complete. So just pending a few punch list items. That project will be done, and it seems to be working quite well with the recent rains we've had recently, and the neighbors seem happy with it. Roads program, you guys had awarded the contract. As of tonight, they will fully be executed, and we'll be making the liquid fuels applications and approval with PennDOT for a pre-construction meeting, and then getting ready for paving this summer.
Great, thank you. Section 9, are there any questions for the engineer? Seeing none, Mr. Nease, 9.2, report from the township manager.
Really very quickly, Fabrice's last name is spelled Figliolini. I am not going to try to pronounce it.
No.
Can you say it one more time?
Figliolini.
Fig. Say Figliolini.
That would make him Italian.
But it's French, and I'm sure I would kill it. So really quickly, I just have a couple quick things. One is I want to make sure the board's aware, and also our public is aware, that Aronimink has started the clearing of the trees over on St. David's Road. They have put in all of their erosion control, soil erosion and controls. Prior to that start, it is been going on for about a week now, and they are working on that. Also to let you know that the Public Works Department has been doing a lot of different projects, but the one that I want to make you most aware of is that if you remember a couple, I think it was 2 meetings ago, you approved the scoreboard. They have put in the conduit to allow for running the electric to that. We ran into a little bit of challenge. They ran into a lot of rock at one spot, had to bring the backhoe out to do it. We had rented a ditch witch kind of thing. So we do have some cost that probably have exceeded what we originally thought they were. I'll be giving you a full update on that. I think it's a little bit over $2,200. So we may need to do a slight budget increase at the next meeting to cover that cost when we go to pay for everything.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay.
Any questions for Mr. Neese? Seeing none, can I get a motion? We're moving down to the bills. 10.1, can I get a motion to consider approving the bills on check register A dated June 6, 2025, totaling $364,494.58. Motion was moved by Supervisor Chandler, seconded by Supervisor Sanfran, because I mess up his name all the time. And is there any board discussion? Seeing none, can I get a, seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passed unanimously. Section 11.1, consider authorizing advertisement for the ordinance for stop signs to be placed at the following streets: Rodney at Surrey, Gilbert, Berman, Malley, and Morton at 4th Avenue.
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor San Francisco, seconded by Supervisor Russo. All those in favor, is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion passed unanimously. 11.2, consider approving the $125 refund to Deborah Fisher for the application fee for the pavilion at Drexel Lodge due to cancellation.
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor Chandler, second by Supervisor Russo. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor? Motion passed unanimously. 11.3, consider sending the solicitor to oppose the special exemption application of Shelbourne Kaplan LLC at 3599 Westchester Pike.
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor Chanlis, seconded by Supervisor Russo. Mr. Nease, Mr. Sikora? Any, okay.
I think we just
is there any
vote on
more
it.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. 11.4, consider authorizing Newtown Township to advertise a request for bids for 1860 Bartram, the 1860 Bartram Covered Bridge Timber Truss Repair Project on behalf of Newtown Township in Willistown. This represents the second portion of the capital project scope. The stone masonry portion has now been completed. This bid represents the wood timber truss work. The exterior siding will be considered as a separate project following the completion of this work. Do I get a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor Chanlis, seconded by Supervisor Russo. Is there any board discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. 11.5, consider authorizing the Public Works Director to coordinate the annual salt bid, including advertising on behalf of 11 Delaware County municipalities.
So moved.
Motion was made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor Sam Fran. Is there any board discussion? Seeing none, can I, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion approved unanimously. Section 12, board comment. Is there any board comment? Seeing none. Section 13, public comment. Seeing none. It is there, I'm sorry?
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned at 7:24. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting ahead of my